Menglong's forensic report finally released, the document that shook a nation. By the Global Mirror Investigations Desk. Beijing, Seoul, Los Angeles, in collaboration with digital forensics specialists and cultural analysis teams worldwide. At 3:16 a.m. Beijing time, a 74-page PDF appeared on a hidden server labeled YML Case Final Read. Within minutes, screenshots surfaced across Telegram channels and private Discord groups. The headline stamped in crimson across the first page read only, "Confidential, do not circulate." But it was too late. By sunrise, the phrase, Menglong forensic report, trended globally, overtaking every political topic and entertainment headline. The mysterious file, allegedly prepared by an independent investigative body weeks after the live-stream tragedy, had finally broken free of its vault. "Someone wanted this scene," said digital security analyst Lu Qian, speaking under anonymity. "Every breadcrumb in that file feels deliberate, like an artist leaving clues for the world to find." The report's content was a patchwork of data, timestamps, and encrypted notes. Entire paragraphs were blacked out, yet even the remaining fragments pulsed with tension. Readers scrolling through found lines like, "Subject exhibited irregular biometric data minutes before broadcast began. Audio frequencies in the final moments inconsistent with known household devices. Secondary presence detected via reflected light pattern." Those 3 sentences alone set the internet ablaze. What did secondary presence mean? Fans dissected every pixel of the original livestream again, slowing frames, amplifying sounds, searching for silhouettes that weren't supposed to be there. On Weibo, one post titled "Who Stood Behind Him?" hit 40 million views in a single day. For weeks, actress Yang, whose name had been intertwined with Menglong's in rumor and tragedy, had stayed away from cameras. Yet hours after the leak, she posted a single image, a white envelope resting on a piano, captioned, "Truth has its own rhythm." Entertainment outlets decoded it instantly. Was she confirming the report's authenticity? Was she hinting that the unreleased song, YML Echo, contained messages aligned with the forensic findings? When reporters caught her outside a rehearsal hall, she simply said, "You can hide evidence. You can't hide energy." Her words were replayed endlessly across social feeds, turning speculation into certainty. 2 names appeared briefly in the metadata of the leaked PDF, Dr. Zhao Renyu and forensic audio expert Elena Park. Both had given interviews months earlier about digital resonance effects in live stream footage. Within 12 hours of the leak, their professional websites went offline. A journalist from the Global Mirror reached out to Park's former assistant, who agreed to talk only through an encrypted call. She said she found something sonic, a tone below human hearing. It wasn't static. It was patterned like Morse code. She wanted to cross-reference it with Menglong's unreleased song. Then, she stopped replying. The world had turned a celebrity's final broadcast into a global puzzle. While fans hunted for hidden tones, insiders claim the central administration held an emergency meeting. The Ministry of Culture reportedly described the leak as a cultural destabilization event. "No one anticipated emotional contagion on this scale," said one internal source. "Every new leak renews the grief cycle, amplifying it. It's like the internet itself is mourning." Screens across Songnanhai flickered with heat maps showing global engagement. Brazil glowing red, France pulsing orange, South Korea near white-hot. Even the smallest repost fed the digital storm. Page 47 of the report contained a photograph of the 2 dogs seen in the dark web livestream. Their positions were marked with faint geometric lines, triangles pointing toward the doorway. The annotation beneath simply read, "Consistent behavior indicates awareness of unseen stimuli." That single sentence reignited old fan theories that the animals reacted to something or someone off camera. Memes, edits, and AI-enhanced clips filled the internet within hours. The dogs became both symbol and cipher. Innocence sensing danger beyond human sight. "It's poetic, isn't it?" commented media theorist Dr. Ren Fei. "Even loyalty becomes data now." Halfway through the leaked report sat a small section titled Audio Anomalies, Correlative Media. There, investigators noted that a waveform extracted from YML echo, perfectly mirrored fluctuations recorded during the live stream's final 2 minutes. That meant one of two impossible things. Either the song had been recorded during the event, or it was written later to match the event's hidden rhythm. Neither option made rational sense, yet both electrified global discussion. Remix artists began overlaying the track with slowed live stream audio, claiming new voices could be faintly heard between chords. Listen with noise-canceling headphones. One viral post read, "You'll feel the heartbeat that wasn't his." Several cybersecurity groups noticed embedded code along the bottom of each page, apparently random strings of numbers. When decrypted through a simple cipher, the numbers spelled, "The truth was not in the room." 2 nights later, thousands of users on random platforms received a notification titled, "Why Mel Return Feed." Clicking it revealed only static and a timestamp, exactly matching the time Menglong's original live stream had begun months earlier. Within 5 minutes, the feed vanished, leaving blank screens and a single phrase in chat windows. "Heard me yet?" The phrase appeared in multiple languages simultaneously. Governments called it a hack. Fans called it a sign. Whichever it was, the timing, mere days after the forensic leak, cemented the legend. Officially, the Ministry of Culture issued a brief statement. Unauthorized documents relating to private matters have circulated online. Citizens are advised to disregard speculative content. But unofficially, quiet inquiries continued. Digital forensics labs received new funding. Sound engineers were recruited to trace the mysterious tone. And an unmarked car was spotted each evening outside the old studio where Menglong had recorded his last sessions. Inside fan communities, hope mixed with dread. Was he communicating through frequencies? Was the report itself part of a broader art piece left unfinished? Maybe the investigation never ended, one fan wrote. Maybe we're all inside it now. At the Global Mirror newsroom, editors examined the metadata of every copy of the leaked file. Hidden in the document's properties, beneath creation and revision dates, was one final field. Author. YML, A2. No one knew what A2 meant. Assistant? Alias? Artificial intelligence trained on his voice? Analysts ran pattern checks. The initials reappeared in servers hosting the echo track, the dark web footage, even in archived fan forums from years earlier. "It's almost poetic," said editor Nadia Chen. "The more we investigate, the more the story writes itself." And as midnight hit, somewhere in the digital hum of global networks, that faint 3-beat pulse returned, steady, defiant, unforgettable. The forensic report may never be verified. Dr. Zhao and Elena Park remain unreachable. Yang Mi's piano post gathers millions of quiet views each night. And across continents, fans leave comments containing only 3 dots. The rhythm of the pulse. Case status. Undetermined. Signal continues. The night Beijing went silent. The city had not slept since the leak. By the second dawn after YMLK's final read went public, Beijing felt haunted, not by ghosts, but by vibration. Cafes buzzed with whispers. Offices replayed the leaked document as though it were a song. And in the nerve center of the Ministry of Culture, 3 officials stared at the same line for hours. Biometric signature inconsistent with natural cardiac failure. No one dared to say it aloud, but everyone understood what it implied. Down in the archives, forensic technician Wei Ran unlocked drawer 47 and pulled out a sealed memory drive marked YML Audio Core. He had handled dozens of celebrity case materials before, but none like this. The file carried a hum that seemed to travel through metal. When he pressed play, the hum pulsed 3 times, soft, deliberate, alive. Wei froze. "It's the same rhythm from the live stream," he whispered. He reported it to his supervisor, who ordered him to delete the cache immediately. Instead, Wei copied it onto a hidden drive and slipped it into his pocket. "If I delete it," he later told investigators, "we delete the truth." Meanwhile, outside the ministry walls, Yang Mi emerged again. She appeared unannounced at the Cloudverse Memorial Concert, an event that had already drawn tens of thousands of candles. Dressed in muted white, she approached the microphone with shaking hands. "They told us he was gone," she said quietly, but they never told us what really stopped his heart. Then, instead of singing, she pressed play on a tablet connected to the loudspeakers. The sound that followed wasn't music, it was the hum. The crowd gasped as lights flickered, synchronized to the beat. Phones recorded it from every angle. Within minutes, the clip was online under the tag #TheHumReturns. Viewers claimed their speakers vibrated even after the video ended, as if the sound refused to stop existing. By midnight, the hum was trending higher than any government statement. Across the Pacific, audio forensics expert Elena Park, who had vanished after the first leak, surfaced briefly in a live stream from an undisclosed location. The background looked like an empty lab, fluorescent lights trembling overhead. She spoke fast, almost breathless. "It's not an error." The tone embedded in his final moments, it's mathematically patterned. A Fibonacci rhythm matching Menglong's heartbeat recordings from earlier studio sessions. Someone synchronized his biometric data with sound. Then the feed cut out. Her account disappeared seconds later. That one statement turned the mystery into a global obsession. How could a song echo a man's heartbeat hours after he died? Investigative teams in London and Seoul ran parallel analyses. One group claimed the hum contained microfrequencies translating to binary. When decoded, the binary spelled, "still here." Others dismissed it as pareidolia, hearing messages in randomness. But the pattern was too precise to ignore. Even skeptics admitted the alignment was statistically impossible. In a dim apartment on the west side of Beijing, a freelance journalist named Liang Shua, once Yu Menglong's friend, sat surrounded by printouts of the forensic report. He traced circles around timestamps, muttering connections only he could see. He had noticed something no one else had reported. Each redacted section corresponded to moments when Yu's eyes darted away from the camera as if he was looking toward someone. Liang slowed the footage frame by frame until, in the reflection of a metallic picture frame behind Yu, he caught a blurred outline, tall, indistinct, human. There was someone in that room, Liang said in his recorded note. And they were holding something bright, possibly a phone. Before he could publish, his apartment power went out. In the blackness, the hum returned, 3 pulses through his laptop speakers. The screen flickered once, and a message appeared. "Stop looking back." Liang's post about it went viral anyway. By day 4, the leaked forensic document had mutated into thousands of versions, each with added annotations, theories, and AI reconstructions. Online sleuths built interactive timelines, tracking every heartbeat from the live stream against sound waves from the unreleased song Echo. The results aligned perfectly. When a new, enhanced version of the song surfaced, fans swore they could hear you whispering between lyrics. The phrase repeated was faint but unmistakable, not an accident. The ministry issued its strongest denial yet, warning that digitally altered content is fueling misinformation. But for the public, that only confirmed suspicion. Even established journalists now call the incident the most documented mystery never solved. Back inside the archives, Wei Ran couldn't resist one more listen to the core audio. As he played it through studio monitors, the lights dimmed. Static danced across the console. Then, layered beneath the hum, he heard a breath. A real human breath. "Menglong," he murmured. A whisper replied. "Wei, they changed the tape." He stumbled back, heart hammering. The waveform on screen displayed letters forming one word, rewrite, before collapsing into silence. The next morning, Wei's workstation was sealed off. Supervisors claimed a power fluctuation corrupted the files, but his colleagues saw scorch marks on the console. Meanwhile, Yami released a cryptic statement on her social feed. He wanted the world to hear what silence sounds like. Those who slowed down her video post noticed a flicker at the 3-second mark, a frame showing the same envelope from earlier, now stamped with a new seal. Case reopened. Global outlets picked it up immediately. Could she have access to new evidence? Or was it performance art, a coded protest against censorship? At dawn, drones gathered above Tianjin broadcasting a holographic projection of Yu Menglong's face stitched from thousands of fan videos. The hologram mouthed one sentence that no software engineer admitted to programming. The hum was my heartbeat. Authorities disabled the projection within minutes, but millions had already witnessed it. On every platform, users began syncing their breathing to the three-pulse rhythm, an act of collective tribute the press dubbed the resonance movement. By the week's end, a quiet unease settled over official circles. Reports emerged that several servers containing original evidence were now inexplicably unresponsive. Engineers described it as if the files refused to open. One insider summarized it grimly. It's as if the case is protecting itself. Late that Friday night, when power dipped across several city blocks, countless devices spontaneously emitted a faint hum, identical in tone and duration to the one from the forensic report. Security footage showed people standing still listening. For nearly 30 seconds, the entire district pulsed in unison. When the power returned, every screen displayed one phrase. Case status: undetermined. Signal continues.